welcome over here to my channel right quick. I want to introduce you here to this fine looking Honda, man. I'd been hounding the internet for a month or so. I had my eye on the Honda Fury. Liked the way it looked, had that nice chopper look that I was interested in. They're kind of out of style right now, but it's a Honda, and so it's going to ride nice, I think. So I was doing some research and I was meeting with some folks who own these bikes, you know, received positive reviews and good feedback. I met with a couple of folks who were selling and I was looking at them and I was riding a Honda before. I was riding on a Phantom Shadow 750cc. I was looking for the next step up and came upon the Fury. During my search, I came across Psycho Rider. It's just folks over there by the airport, here in San Antonio, Texas. They didn't have a Fury, but what they did have was a state line. Holy smoke. Yep, I thought to myself, this is a nice looking bike. So I called the dealership and was told by the man on the other end of the line, pictures don't do it justice. You should come look at it in person, which I did. Now, I love to ride, and I was looking for dependability and reliability. So it was gonna be a Honda for me. I walked into Cycle Rider, wide eyed, trying to conceal my enthusiasm. Then, when my eyes poked out or gouged out, by the sales guy thinking they're going to try to oversell me this and that. But no, that was me, the salesman, and another customer in the showroom. How you doing? Came from the other side of the room. I'm looking for a cruiser bike, I said. We have this Honda right over here, he said, as he gestured toward the blue metallic state line. That's a nice bike, but it might be a little too big for me, I thought. And I said to myself, and then I said it to him. What are you ready now? He asked. Well, I got a Honda Shadow, I replied. Ah, this will fit you just fine. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's just bigger. Get on and try it out. See how you feel on it. Man, oh man, I thought to myself, can this really be my next bike? Nah, it's too nice. It's too clean. It's a little intimidating. At 1300 cc's, I owned two other Hondas before this. I started on a Twin Star 250cc, then purchased a 2012 Honda Phantom 750cc. But sitting on this one felt real good, and all I could think of was, can I handle this at a stoplight? Now, I'm only 5'4", 155 pounds, 160. My wife always reminds me, you're only 5'3", she says. And I retort and I tell her, hey, look, my driver's license says 5'4", and the DMV made it official, so I'm 5'4". Now, it has a Mustang seat, the customer on the other side of the showroom added. It's a nice bike. Yeah, it is, I replied. The salesman approached me and added, it comes with a few nice upgrades. The Mustang seat, the windshield, the floorboards, and it only has 6,779 miles. That's low mileage for 2015. Now, I definitely want another Honda. I said I never had any issues with the ones I had previously, and I'd like to ride more than servicing it, I replied. Well, it's a Honda. They're very dependable. He went on to say, a guy named Dan called me just a little while ago about this as well. He was going to come look at it. I said, well, I'm Dan. I said enthusiastically. Well, nice to meet you. I'm very good. He was saying something about the bike, but all I heard from him in my head was, I want you to meet the blue metallic, subtle stealth muscle that lays low in the trailblazing asphalt of these United States of America. This cool Honda ride is as smooth as butter. Reliability is an understatement when it comes to Honda's two-wheel rides, from the shadows of the interstate to the rebel rides of the state line to the fury of the wilderness of the road. Honda has stood the test of time. It was back in 1949 the company produced its first real motorcycle powered by a 98cc two-stroke motor. When an employee saw the first one assembled and it was written outside the factory, he says, man, it's like a dream. The name Dream was adopted for the bike, officially known as Model D. 6 years later, the 2015 State Line comes with factory fuel injection, the ever so extremely reliability of the shaft drive. 1300cc comes from the VTX, making 74 horsepower, roughly 90 pounds of torque with a stretched out front rake. The chrome double barrel exhausts are subtle but loud enough to let them know you're coming. The white beach bars on it feels like all you want to do is ride into the sunset. Okay, yeah, right. That's true. He didn't say all that. I just thought that in my head, as my brain floated off into dreamland with my eyes wide open, filled with the possibility of this actually being mine. To make a long story short, next thing I knew, I was getting the check from the bank, signing the paperwork with Mary, and Murray Good rode my 2015 Honda Stateline outside. The price never changed from the time Murray quoted me to when I signed the paperwork. There was no hidden fees, no extra service charges added. Murray was honest and straightforward from the beginning. Thank you, Cycle Rider, for great customer service. And I'm still enjoying this Honda Stateline, which is awesome. Thank you for listening.